anything I with you. Anything is up for you, come. I did take a boy. Anything is up for you, come. I did take a boy. You know, don't take with money. 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 You know, don't take with machine. You know, don't take with money. You know, don't bomb with telephone. You know, don't bomb with telephone. You know, don't drive you come before coming. You know, don't drive you come before coming. Hi, Joe, hi, Joe. Hi, Joe, hi, Joe. Hi, Joe, hi, Joe. I didn't know with you. I didn't know with you.
Good morning, fellow people of the Southern Cameroon Territory. Good morning, good people of Ambazonia, fellow citizens of Ambazonia, at home and abroad. I come with salute for this day, number 6 day for the month of July 2020. My name na Capo Daniel, Sense Pass King, Lukong, Ambazonian FBI, two-side callers, na me una own countryman, and I'm come again for una once more, for can give una some big presentation where it contain the big release for the document the way the later way Pata Sang Wilfred Idan Senam from the La République du Cameroon, their concentration camp for Nkundengi. I want to welcome all for this platform. Now the No Koni Talk show this na a show where it advocate for Ambazonia and their independent. It hold truth for power. We speak nothing but the truth, and we make sure say me Ambazonian people them then hold their leader them for accountable, so that make anything where they promise them for them it be a thing where they fit deliver them, and for make sure say me gonna get access for the information they wanna need them for make the right decision the way would they make them. I want to salute all man again once more for ground zero, for salute all our IDPs, our refugee them for Africa, and the one the way they struggle for enter for Europe and for America. In particularly the one the way they there for Cyprus, and the one the way they there for Mexico, they don't stop for road, the one the way they there for Northern Africa, for places like Morocco, for Libya. All Ambazonian people the way they don't run come up for that country because they don't thief their future. I salute una all for diaspora, and I salute una for ground zero. And I will go straight for our program today. As una know very well, we always start for sing our national anthem. Then from there, we will take time for salute all man way day on live for Facebook, so that it may be more interactive. We will acknowledge una and the various communities them and the various people the way they support this platform. As una know, me, Capo Daniel, na una Deputy Defense Chief for the Savannah State. So this platform and this show not only been an outlet for my activism, but it also been a briefing as a top command officer for the Ambazonia Defense Forces them. So we will continue for do it, we would and talk and for live up to the expectation that we wanna get them for we, as we dan promise we for always speak the truth and nothing but the truth. So we fit count on that. Now our pledges to the Ambazonia people than that. So once more, now welcome, and when I go join me, we will also want to acknowledge our show the be shown for SCBC and for Ground Zero. So this show will likely be presented to be broadcast on Ground Zero. So all man be welcome, and I salute people where they go come later, where they go watch them later. People where they go watch them for my YouTube channel, me they don't forget for subscribe so that they go to get all the information that will feel say be very important for them to get them. So maybe we'll go straight for our national anthem. From there, we will get an opening statement and a presentation for the in-depth, very, very important presentation today. We concern the revelation, the way Tassan Wilfred Idangiam from prison, and we also relates to the communication, the encounter with Seseko Ayuk Tabi, Idan put them for outside, say they don't get them with La République du Cameroon. So any place on a day, when I stand up at Talat, as we go join our Ambazonian forces them for ground zero, for sing our national anthem, thanks to technology, they fit join we online with the pre-recorded video, we go sing our national anthem.
Asabwa, Esimini, hey, this land of glory. We the Ambazonian flesh and loyalty. Praise the Lord, we rise up as a freedom. Praise the hero who was the land of God. Glory, glory, we rise and never to fall. Yeah, in the nation, praise the morning. Glory, glory, glory to the Father, for making the nation and joy forevermore. Amazonia, land of freedom, we shall live and plenty in our land. Our children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God is the watchman of the nation. Amazonia, land of freedom, we shall live in plenty in our land. Our children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God is the watchman of the nation. Asawala! Asawala!
So, ladies and gentlemen, we thank our forces them for Ground Zero and all the sons and daughters for Ambazonia where they don't carry gun for do our national duty, for protect our population, for defend themselves, and for fight for the liberation of our homeland, Ambazonia. So, all man be welcome once more, and a time for me for salute una all. I will play some one music, me to go on, Tanwa the salute una. And this music, now the latest album, the latest song, where our overall commander for the great state of Bui, Iran release them. I think a lot of people that don't call me forget the song. I will play them while I the salute una before we get inside our presentation for today. So all man be welcome. Kevin Rock Boys welcome. Chinedu Christian welcome. Julius Chufa welcome. Aluta Continue welcome. And Noli Fletcher welcome. Any man with the make comment now, I go to throw a salute for the side una day. Yes, I be two side collars. We need to understand. Say now time for emancipation. This way means say all the thing where the white man and the colonizer be done deceive we for manipulate we for throw and win our culture. We need for begin pick and back up because now we will be. Una know so our country colors again na two side. Two side na the symbol of justice, the symbol of fairness, and even for Chapier colors, for Chapier grass for farm. That the two side colors they do good job. They cut them for left, cut them for right. So they be full we say for be two side colors. For talk for here, talk for day, it be wrong. Na correcting because na say transparency na two side colors. You need to be fair. You need to be balanced between two people. Make sure say thing where they talk for A, na thing where they talk for B. So you must be na two side colors. When I remember say Jesus Christ, that way they be if they carry for go do for go circumcise. The high priest will be there for day be tell Mary say Jesus Christ na two side colors. It cut for left, it cut for right. So if white people they be don't come full we say two side colors, you know fine. When I go tell them say we in particularly for the Savannah states, we the people for Bui, the people for Boyo, the people for Mezam, the people for Menchum, the people from Ngokitunja, we wouldn't decide so we'll be in a two-side colors. Would you use that two-side colors? 21 God salute Colonel Vela, our vibrant youth, the person we carry the energy for the youth them with the need for this struggle. And na general of its kind, and I salute you, my brother. You are a symbol of truthfulness, you are the symbol of resilience, you are a truth teller, you embody the spirit of what revolutionary and what rebels should be. People who are doing things for the sake of others and for the sake of the nation. That is not in question when we talk about Vela. So cheerful welcome in the house. Let us masalo Oman George Ngwen. I don't see that same message also. Williams Akwi, welcome. Oman be welcome. Madam, our sweet mother Irene Ate, I call you Cafe. Adam's niece, welcome. And all man we go come, and also Bronhida too go come again later on. As Saluduna for Ambazonia na 2:30 for morning time, at the same time for Europe. So no expect, no be prime time this for Facebook, so no expect forget everybody, but we'll know say they go come back after, can listen, because then cherish what we do and the influence will get them. Desmond Tutu, welcome in the house. And the people for China, the people for UAE, the people for Dubai, the people for Singapore, all Asia, as Saluduna, the people for Germany, Belgium, for France, for all the places who they work day and night for support the struggle, for South Africa, for Gabon, as Saluduna, all would they at Talat, una place them day. Ben Lindy, welcome. Welcome. I want to salute all our forces there for Ground Zero. The forces them and the general, the way people they don't know them. I salute una Akoruna Cafe. Our general there for Ground DAF Weapon. I salute una all general. Lieutenant General Popo, our Supreme Commander and our leader for Ground Zero. General Efang, the big number. I salute una Labista, General Hassan, General Capo. I salute una Baye, I salute you, and all una Commander Small Pikin. I salute una Animal Skin, I salute una, and all our various forces. I salute una. So all man una be welcome now. Now time for we forget into this show. When a very special show, I go take una. I go talk some things in way maybe it could be very controversial, and make una no go be very surprised. As una know, I've been at two-side callers at the court for left, at the court for right equally, and they discriminate. We do our show bold, fresh, and we will never twist anything for please anybody. Nobody at all. Nobody no be in an exemption for our scrutiny. And before I want to get into our presentation today, I will give some caution them again. I will see again before I go enter the final, the primary presentation. We been I say before they want appoint me as a deputy defense chief for the Ambazonian Defense Forces. One of the things in way the chief, my chief, Dr. Benedict Kwa, he be talking for the Ambazonian people them. Now say, me, Capo Daniel, the truth is very important to me. I take pride and I take honor to be the truth teller for our struggle. And he be also tell when I say the truth, the advise our actions them. And those of the some of the value in that way, they be see them for inside me as well as my work within the defense community. So if I talk anything, me any ADF person or any AGOFC person, no say now also my pledge will be that make for the Ambazonian people. Then say I don't swear for them. Say I no go ever can deceive them. I no go be part for anything where go deceive or manipulate the Ambazonian people them against their own interests. So I go talk things them today. Some of the things them way it go be very hard, and some of the things the way the AGOFC maybe they go be very angry because now things the way they discuss them for private and they no be expect say it go come for public. But as I don't tell now, for my oath, the old way will take and will join ADF before we get access to classified information and all those type of things. That oath, he talk for that oath say our allegiance first now for our country and the people. Our country and the people. That means say anything we do for the ADF supposed to put now the interest for the country first and the people. So now in the spirit of my oath for the ADF, now in the spirit of my commitment for the people, the way they listen to me as an activist, where they speak on the interest we'll get them as a common people them. Now on that basis, where I do the presentation today, and any man way he know me, he no go be surprised. Any man way go haughty, make it accept that way. If the one bring any discipline for me because I go talk with you, I go talk and today I go accept them. But I must talk them because I feel say now my duty for do them and it be in line with the interest to protect the interests of the Ambazonian people. This one maybe will be one of the most important show around Duam, and I go ahead for Duam still. But before I get for day, maybe we'll touch around the bases them. First, our Secretary General for the Ambazonian Defense for the Ambazonian Governing Council, Obadiah then send message for thank all the Ambazonian citizens them for home and abroad where they be participate for the town hall meeting where they be get them for Tapang Ivor, a platform where the AGOFC be use them. One thank una the participation be wonderful. Unfortunately, I be follow up some incident of a Ground Zero and not for participate most of my followers them they be the send me message, I can talk some things them or I can participate. Unfortunately, I not be even feel respond for them at that time. Some situation be there for Ground Zero will they handle them. So the egg of C say thank you for all man and all the people the way they don't contribute. Despite the fact say La Republique and saboteurs them and spoiler, they don't try for sabotage the funds them for the TTOF will be very, very important. Una don't be 100% for renew una monthly contribution and new people they don't come up. Even people the way they don't sign up already, they don't bring up bigger donations them. Yesterday una be seeing online. Unlike the people the way La Republique they prop them up, me then show say they collect money where money no they. Each time we would collect money, we would put them for una make una siam because now una money we need to go take money for CPDM, for SDF, we need to go take money through kidnapping for ransom. The only way we would take money na through una, which will feed them the camera for una. So it be important make una put una money for investor. If na the platform then this one I believe if una believe in our action, make una actually put that money for they not be enough for just support we are mob. It be also good, but try to make an effort for put money. For make sure say make we do the things and way you know so we fit do them better. So we go come up for day. We go also want to talk about the La République du Cameroon, their propagandists them. When I remember Suzy Spark and the so-called My Country people, where they work as the propagandist arm for the Cameroon military. They publicize the outlet where the Cameroon military they publicize their things and they for our population and also for manipulate their population. When the ADF Bamenda Brigade be arrest this B, then neutralize the B, then share the image and will share the news. The Cameroon activists, the Cameroon military activist Suzy Spark, it become can talk say Udango Kina a civilian. Udan show the picture and for remind our people then say no, it be na a B we dress up like civilian. We a gun we be carrying for skin our soldier they don't take the gun. And make una see and say all those Cameroon, their activists and their propagandists, such as Suzy Spark, such as My Country People, Success Congo, Nambere, and all their people, the way they work for them, they do na propaganda for cover up the Cameroon military, their atrocity them, and for try for paint the Ambazonian Defense Forces and the Ambazonia them, like people the way they attack na the civilian them. As this case it clearly show. Thank you for the man we don't talk about correct the date. So as this case it don't prove Suzy Spark and all those other people them they work now for La Republique for just cover up and for paint with black. Now why that way when we even neutralize a terrorist force, a occupation force, they go come out for can lie say it be na an anglophone way, not just a civilian, but when I see the man picture them. He come out na a military person, na a B person will be dressed and civil. And thanks to the numerous intelligence we receive from our population and from the military people themselves, where they work for them, where they support we, they always tell we when these people them, they no feel say when they for our territory, when they go dress for military for civilian, they go around, we'll no go fit get them. We'll they monitor them 24 hours. Our civilian they monitor them for we. Our Bamileke brother the way they for inside they monitor them for we. Our own Ambazonian, the way they be forced for work for them, for salary, then too they give you information. And whether they dress in uniform or not, all of them be an act of aggression, a state aggression for inside Ambazonia. They violate international law for being inside our sovereign country and our right for fight and neutralize the threat with them pose them. Whether they dress in uniform or they dress and civil, we will continue for neutralize them. So we also want to talk say images that come from Ground Zero, where they show our show, the No Connie Talk show. It be watch now for Ground Zero, thanks to the SCBC and their team, so then they get the images and confirmation from the ground for people that don't get those videos in. So one thank the SCBC for taking this step. This is the right thing to do. It is better to be late than never. So we'll go to do a show with the mindset say it go to be show for Ground Zero. We then also see say Mr. Paul Tassang, he be wanted, dead or alive. Would ask all Ambazonians and where they get information where if it lead to the capture and neutralization of an Ambazonian citizen where they work for La Republique. It then take steps them for compromise our security and for direct La Republique to Cameroon for kill not just our armed forces but to kill our innocent civilians and targeting our villages. One of the latest interview we done give for Equinox, he done give further information and further confirmation say Mr. Paul Tasang is a dangerous man. He's somebody who is directing attack to villages across Ambazonia, and we need desperate information, including for his family members. We know say even family member then too, they see the pain because the people the way they kill them for villages them, now also their own people them. So any man even would ask the family people them and the country people them for Paul Tasang, say me then contact we. If them feel hella we for neutralize, we will pay them this money. Any man, even if you've been a girlfriend or you work for a hotel, any person where you feel hella we for neutralize Paul Tasang, call we will go facilitate the payment for the bounty we did for on top of his head. We will also address the propaganda way, the dangerous propaganda way Mr. Paul Tasang, he don't take the do for La Republique, he don't become the new Ekema, he don't become the new this man for Northwest they call it for Savannah State they call him Nasewiti again. So Mogu play the video, Mogu na see am waiting.
I think the fine someone will address this palava bush. Me I get the chance no man not there for bush. All boys so they don't have a town.
So na Paul Tasang this is the talk for inside Equinox. Say all Ambazonia fighters them they no dinner for forest, they dinner for town. This type of talk it be dangerous. When I'm sorry, I get a call. Ma send message to the person me no call. So when I see the information, this type of propaganda it be very dangerous. When I remember at Tanganji Paul, we can stand it incite people them. It try to provoke we the Ambazonian for talk there is no so-called an Anglophone problem. Now with the seat Paul Tasang, it talk say the Ambazonian forces them na civilian the way they stay for village, na people they dey for villages them, no man no dey for bush. And we all know say na complete lie because even the La Republique themselves they call people they say me people then come from bush. So for if you come begin the talk, it show na the mindset where these people then get them. Say they specifically target our villages them. They specifically target innocent civilian the way they stay for villages them as Ambazonian fighters them. Muna here again.
Someone will address this palava bush. Me I get the impression say no man not there for bush. All that boys so they don't have a town. No man not there for bush.
For place like Muyenge, for Muyoka, plains of the
they for village, no. They didn't say when you say Muyenge.
Bafia.
If you call Bafia, say bush, okay, but
I mean, say they don't left their house go for bush.
They're not there for
Cocoa bush.
They there for their house.
Now they see even images then they where they show our people the way they run go for bush. Then they for inside forest. Then they for the mommy papa then they run build makeshift houses then for stay for inside bush, inside forest. And Ambazonia, because of small money, you go there, the toxic people know they for bush. Even the United Nations, where they for they can't visit people for bush every day. Even La Republique, they call people, they say to me, they come for bush. So when we talk, say these people, they go target villages them. No be say na a propaganda. Now their own minister, now their own so-called minister, this, it is time to talk, they justify, say, villages. Because when they talk, say a fighter, they for forest, they for any house. Now a legitimate reason for their own military them, for go after those houses, for consider them like a threat. So they consider now every Ambazonian way they for inside our villages like a threat for them. And our people they need to know very, very well. So this Paul Tasang now a priority for neutralize them. And any man who if he neutralize or if he give you information where we go fit send boy they made a neutralize, whether it for La Republique or for Ambazonia, please contact me.
You get village where you come out, me I get village where I come out, all man get village where you come out. And we know the boy them for every village. That boy they stay inside village, they stay inside town, they're not there for no bush. That's the first thing that so the thing with the talk Ogana saying first more clarify the fact this paragraph saying a soldier they come no. Soldier their work now for protect we and we property. This paragraph say the soldier they can't make people run go for bush, na propaganda. We get this one very, very clear.
But now they put and say they talk up.
Well, now because people, some man don't make them think so. Yes.
So when I hear this dangerous La République du Cameroon agent, a hired agent, even the journalists tell you say now the civilian the way they run, now they talk say they run for La République du Cameroon. When I see video where they come up from Garbu, how the civilian they run, they talk say na La République du Cameroon, they pursue them, and run from their house. Now La République du Cameroon, they can't burn their house, now they can't drive them. Would I even see even Cameroon their own SD or the send letter me people then come out run go for Nigeria? The one beat doubt. The conduct, even if the one talk say for Garbu, if you hear go
For the thing happen for Garbu, now almost the same thing.
Garbu is an isolated incident. No say as soldier be in Garbu that day, soldier then they all over the place.
So they want to have a claim saying Garbu be an isolated case. No, Garbu na just one of the cases in where it exposed for the international community the barbaric nature of the colonial regime for Yaoundé. What about Mami Appiah? What about the villages where they ran born and the hundreds of villages where the Cameroon military ran born? International human rights organization they ran testify, they ran establish the fact that those villages were burnt by the Cameroon military. We get video them for Cameroon military men the way they burn those villages them. It be indisputable. The killing of the people them for inside Fang, the killing of the people them for inside Legnos resettlement camps them. The killing of and burning of entire villages for Kwakwa will be on the record. For Mankon, where even the phone Abombi, it don't confirm them. All those atrocities them, where they collect them, the collective punishment, the beating of students them, the video them where students, they don't line up students, they made the shit off the ground, humiliate our people them. The experience where they go on every day with these terrorist forces them inside our territory. Now an evidence say this one it be systemic. No be just on one La République du Cameroon force they act out na a systematic thing where they do them deliberately. When I see even their modus operandi on the ground, when they key soldier them, they try to humiliate them, remove their trousers them, they behead them, mutilate their corpse, then they arrest them. Na a terrorist forces where they use terrorism as a means for fight. And any man way they associate with this regime, me they know say they go face justice sooner or later. When I see the cases, even for Rwanda, one of the business people there for Rwanda where they be buy collars for participate for support people they meet and work and kill other Rwandese the way they hide, change the identity for many years, they don't catch it for America. Soldier them even for the Gambian president where they be the torture civilian them, they don't catch them. So make all people the way they do for ground zero. All those where they work for La République, if you participate, you facilitate any crimes against humanity, any war crimes, the international system, they go hold you eventually. Nothing shall be hidden under the sun. Eventually, your criminal actions will catch you up. So we call for the arrest and neutralization of Paul Tassang because na a risk, na a danger to an imminent danger to the Ambazonian people wherever they are. So we go leave this issue them and we go directly for the crux of the matter them for today. So ladies and gentlemen, as I be done tell now, I think say before we go there, make our first address the issue for Barrister Ashu Emmanuel. Barrister Ashu Emmanuel now one of the very powerful voice the way they articulate very strongly in support of Ambazonia during many of interview them way it come out for for CRTV. And I will need to explain this point for Ambazonia them. Me them understand very well. Wait to where Ambazonia they need to understand. Now say for La République du Cameroon, we get na two camps them who fight them. They're not getting a one camp, they are not united. There are two major camps that we are fighting in La République. You have the international conspirators, the ones who actually control that country through the puppet, Mr. Paul Biya, who are the French people, and the Switzerland people, the conglomerate, who are the same people controlling that country through the system that was put in place during colonialism. These people are fighting for regime change. They are fighting against a system that they have built and have become a monster. They fight against Mr. Paul Biya and the Bulu Beti clan where they in power. So all these people, their choice for replace Mr. Paul Biya and Maurice Kamto, and they get a vast network of people the way they support them, including Ashu Emmanuel, where it be evident, say being a part of those people where they fight for regime change. You get people like Mimi Mifu, you get people then like the SDF, you get some CPDM people them, you get people then like Abdul Karim, you get plenty of these people, them Ellie Smith, Cardinal Toomey, all of these people, them be part of this group of people the way they fight against Mr. Paul Biya for regime change. And these people, them, they the one use the Ambazonian struggle as a tool to accomplish this their task. So even though you go see them, they go to pay lip service, they support Ambazonia, they want to make Ambazonia not be dead because they want me to fight Paul Biya, then use that one like a justification for do a transition for power. But at the same time, they need to promote Ambazonia, the independent, now they work with Sako. When I remember, the alliance between the Switzerland and the French, these are the people working with Sako, not the direct Biya people. Biya people, some of the time, they even leak information about Sako. So when they see this confusion for social media, we need to understand the dynamic for what to go on the country. Mr. Paul Biya also no like Sako, but now a partner because they know say Sako go keep their union. They think where they unite, the Maurice come to their people them, the opposition and the ruling party where they want regime change, and Mr. Paul Biya and the Bulu Beti with the army then where they left for ground, where they bring them together and say them one Cameroon. So they work together with Sako them. But the Sako them no be aligned now with the Biya regime directly. Them be aligned now with the foreign forces them, where they want to put Maurice Kamto them together for federalism or whatever shape where they want to try to do. And so it be important me gonna understand this dynamic. Because when I go see sometimes people that they can criticize Mr. Paul Biya like Ellie Smith and Abdul Karim and all those people them, Sue John Fire or how they call them, whatever name way they use them. When I go feel say that they can't stand that boldness, they need to arrest them. Why? Because now people the way they stand for that one Cameroon, now people the way they work with the foreign interests and way they control that country and they be protected. They no fit arrest them. Even when they want to arrest them, the French and the Swiss they go intervene. But me gonna know say these people them they not they in line with the military. The Cameroon military be under Paul Biya, then be loyal to he, even though they get influence from the French. So even when you go make deal with these people the way they want change Mr. Paul Biya physically kill you and they not go do you nothing, they not go protect you. So make me people they understand that one. Maybe we'll go directly for here way to way. Barrister Ashu Emmanuel, he talk him, we will address him, and then we'll go directly for inside.
War draft. We all see the figures that they are raising. These guys have enormous sums of money.
So now a whole Barrister Ashu Emmanuel this way, it then become a laughing stock for inside Ambazonia because of this ridiculous, primitive assumption where they make up. For ye somehow, because you get so much money, you know their interest now for prop up the covert pro-unionists within our struggle. For prop up Sako and Anu. Now why that way you see them, they facilitate them for reach out for VOA, for speak, and they want to make them the voice of our struggle because they know that them be aligned with them in the long term. So for Ashu Emmanuel, somebody where get money already is strong enough for win and he get the legitimacy for win a war. If na palava money be the win this war, Ambazonia no fit first fight. The money will they contribute and will use them for all this struggle. You know reach the allowance we Paul Biya the game for Brenda Biya. So Mr. Ashu, Barrister Ashu Emmanuel should know better. Say just the fact say you don't raise money or you get money, it no mean say you get legitimacy or you no mean say you get that power for influence the fighting. As a matter of fact, Sako is irrelevant except for La République du Cameroun and their support mechanism them, like the evidence on Ransiam, where Bandam, where they work for La République, if they give direct money, they fund the Sako them, they don't get the support from the Ambazonian people. They don't get support from Ambazonian people. They cannot raise up to $2,000 from individuals who are actually working with them. Sako have no command and control over the forces in Ground Zero. Most of those forces that they are manipulating to project themselves, they are only using it to project themselves through the so-called their country people where they don't put them in front. Those forces are actually loyal to Seseko Ayok Tabi. Not that Seseko Ayok Tabi even have a control and command over them. They are loyal to Seseko Ayok Tabi. They have created a covert operation to project Sako, but Sako is not in control of them and Sako do not have power over them. The only force that Sako have is a virtual force called the brother of Chris Anu, Fim Masha, Apart from that, Sako do not have forces on the ground. Sako do not have any command. He cannot command a soldier. Even their propagandists, Michwe Kankan, have also come out to explain the same thing, that they don't have control over those soldiers. They just create the system and hand them over to La Republique to infiltrate them, use them to neutralize those forces and manipulate them so that they will not project a leadership that will be viable for Ambazonia. So that one may be very clear. We're going to hear Barrister Ashu Emmanuel may talk.
That they're going to use to purchase arms. How can you? I mean, they have the money, they have the fighters on the ground, they have the arms. Then you say you go to discuss somebody, he is in prison, yes, people like him, yes. But does he have the war machinery? No, leave legitimacy first. Does he have the war machinery?
None of them have legitimacy.
So this is a fact. Sako do not have forces on the ground. Whatever projection they are projecting him through his country people is only a suppression of the legitimate forces and a mispresentation of himself. Because they go live for the forces, they say, hey, we'll be a politica. So the forces then practically, they don't use these covert names like restoration forces, use social media popular activists for propagate and brainwash these soldier them for accept a name called the restoration forces as a name that represent all Ambazonians, but they are using that name actually as a name that represent their own force. So when they go for the international community, they detail and say every force na restoration forces. But at the same time, they detail the restoration forces say, no, they don't fight now for all man, we are not under Sako, because they know that those forces do not receive order from Sako. They know that Sako is a fraud and they will never stand and fight for Sako. As a matter of fact, most of them are loyal or they are reverence to Siseko. But these are genuine people who are fighting for the freedom of our homeland, Ambazonia.
Siseko have the war machinery. Does he have the money to finance the war effort? When if you put that question on the table, we see that the people who have war machinery, there are only two of them. There is Sokadev, another three, Sokadev, ADF, and
when I see it, one first talk true, he say there are only two people that never they get. No, be saying that even true way they talk am. Here wait till they talk now. Only two people that anyway they get weapon the way they fit fight. When I hear my player, me game when I hear.
Another three, Sokadev. People who have war machinery, there are only two of them. There is Sokadev, another three, Sokadev, ADF, and Sako. The three, and of the three, is Sako's own that biggest because with their war draft, we've been seeing it.
So for Sako, the thing where it is cite am na war draft. We all know say the war draft na just a fraud, na a manipulation of social media for projects them get money where they no first get money. The only money we go come for them, go come na from Ambazonian them. Like how na see her na Bandam they support them, na Cameroon government they put money for inside them my trip to Boya. There is no evidence, never, that Ambazonians have ever been capable of raising more than that 200,000 US dollar, let alone 2 million. So we know that they are receiving money from La Republique and La Republique du Cameroon proxy agents like Bandam. There is 100% evidence of that. So the war draft is a fake scam meant to project Sako that they have money so that gullible soldiers who are looking for money will align themselves over. Sako do not have a forces. Sokadev do not exist anymore. The last soldier of Sokadev is Popo. And Popo don't have any soldier anymore. He's running away, hiding from one village to another. Last time he was trying to put up something together because he wanted to come and attack Commander Small Pekin for blocking the road and fighting for Ambazonia. So there is nothing like Sokadev on the ground. The ADF is the biggest force on ground zero. This no be just thing where they come for me. An independent press person now go down, go investigate, publish in a journal, publish the ADF as the biggest force for ground zero. Make us share even the analysis from when I give me a moment. I think this is very important. I will share this thing. I'll send it for my computer. Okay. Would it deal with facts? Would it deal with facts, not be fiction? The ADF is the biggest fighting force on the ground. This document, what I put on for screen, me gonna see this is an international body that advises the international community about forces that exist across the international community. The UN listen to this organization. This is the Center for International Security and Cooperation. This is the body that advises the international community about all non-state groups in the war. According to them, the only armed group in Ambazonia that can be defined as a force is the ADF. The only one that they have cited in our struggle. And according to them, the ADF, I'm talking about facts, but I would just say according to them because even our General Ivor have said it, we have all heard it. According to them, the ADF launched the attack that killed the Cameroon military people that Seseko Ayuk Tabi apologized for. The ADF is the force that Paul Biya cite their action as a result of declaring war against Ambazonia. So ADF is the faction that is fighting against La République. ADF is the cause and the reference for Mr. Paul Biya to declare war against Ambazonia according to what Paul Biya said. The people that Paul Biya that said that he is declaring war because we killed those 4 soldiers are the people that the ADF killed according to the international community, according to General Ivor, and according to all eyewitnesses. They cite even the operation of the kidnapping, the arrest of the SDO in Batibo that the whole Cameroon military came out to fight. So make all una understand very well the ADF now the biggest force for Ground Zero. This is fact. This is the only force that have reached that the way the international community then see and say they call them say a force. A force now a group of people they fight with a structure for a political end, because the ADF get the egg of C, a structure get command and control over the forces. So our forces then will get a leader for Ground Zero, will get a command and control structure. Our leader now the only leader way then go launch those activities then for Ground Zero. So maybe we understand very well this one now a fact. ADF now the major faction and now we get the biggest force for Ground Zero. These are facts. So make the coalition for Maurice Kamto and the unionists where they work with French government for regime change. Me they no can begin twist things them. They see am say even the Mr. Paul Biya, the one go inside direct negotiation then to the fight so they fight all those effort. It be very important make Ambazonia then understand the dynamic for the colonizer their own camp so that they go feel able to make sense for their many talks the way they go on and their talking head the way they come for social media. So ladies and gentlemen, now time for we to go inside our primary subject for today. After that, we go still talk about defense issue. We go talk about the weapons we will then deliver and for the ADF unit, the mobile unit where if you go lock road for inside Manfe, they don't receive their bullets. Then we go hear from the general. He go thank una ISSF and he go talk. Una go see the bullet the way the rando receive them. You know, I make up to 1 week. We will also show the video. I think so make I show this one first before they go further. For reduce our time we will do presentation. So now I see the video for the ADF unit where they for insert animal skin. When I see the animal skin, the video for animal skin, make I put the video on. Many of you already see them.
Yeah, on a good afternoon.
Yes, sir, and keep my notes there.
The squad this will be made up of General Animal and General Papi.
So this squad. Now the squad would use them for inside Manu. Now 4 squad then they for inside Manu where ADF use them for Manu. The one na General Papi and General Small Skin their group. Now ADF forces them. When I know say spoiler, they go always try for throw it doubt, cast doubt for distract we, for try for contact our soldier then for pay money. Maybe you go understand and say when they call the name Seseko, they need to talk about Seseko Ayuk Tabi. And because some information a bit sensitive, I not go further for explain about which way they talk the content for the video will be meant now for demand for funding for buy some rocket prepared grenade them. But when I know say General Small Skin, sometimes the way either work with the LGA, now one of the people the way they become fool them with my trip to Boya. If that even be involved for the community to take commit some crimes them. I see don't care about 4 people them. for they unjustly. And that way they want join the ADF. I be bring up this objection then because I be fee say just like I be bring up during the time for General Divine. When I know we must always stand for our people then bet. They be done resolve the issue. It don't come under ADF. They don't train them. They don't arm them. They work for ADF now, an ADF group. And the few baby journalism, Eric Tato, they come may make mob for talk about this one. Make una know say Eric Tato no get any credibility. Just because say if you talk for general, if you find number for general, if you send 30,000 borrow money for become buy loyalties, you know mean say you do, those soldiers they work for you. You know mean say now you get those soldiers them. When if you remember the last time where he can take the video where the Ambazonian forces them for Bamenda, the brigade, one of our group for Bamenda, for the Lions of Alabukam, it became stand talk say no be ADF na group them. The soldier they become stand and denounce for tell una say that they work under ADF. That game where they be the player before it don't end. They don't intimidate our soldier them, use bribery and corruption for discredit our structure, but the soldier they don't talk say enough is enough. So if any man they want go here for ye, they can ask we question. Now that man is sabi, he no get any credibility. Una be mature enough for understand by now. Say just because a man gets on general a number, just because on general be don't work for one person or another person other sometime, it no mean I say that person get it or that person get any influence over ye. General Animal Skin, General Papi, all of them na ADF soldier them would work with them. Now we they assign them, me then go carry out action and they do work directly under our structure. I not go waste time for talking for day. When I don't see the forces them for Manfi on the ground, how they don't can't stand talking na ADF fast fighter them. When I don't see our operation the whole the carry and all, I no need for begin the talk about that one. The only force where Eric Tato get them. Now the one the way be used and me then go cut people their hand for inside Miselele, inside Tico Day. One of the woman the way na woman we get picking for a hand, then cut the hand will collapse. I pay money for that woman in hospital be over more than 300,000. We see keep communication with that woman then. When I see video for the same Eric Tato, they talk me people then cut people their hand for ground zero. Those soldiers the way they be go cut people their hand for ground zero. All man for ground zero no say they be in a la Republic du Cameroon the agent them. All man for Tico. When I go ask them the people them for the forces in there around it, they will tell us those soldiers them they work for la Republic du Cameroon. Maybe when I not talk saying a Capo Daniel talk. The evidence and say Eric Tato work for la Republic it be overwhelming. Even Mark Barata don't publish him. This is a fact. He will never dispute it. This is a fact. Mark Barata don't publish Eric Tato a number as a number where he get evidence. Say it provide intelligence for la Republic du Cameroon against our forces. That is already arrest my case. I don't need to go further for talk about other things. They go continue. It go continue for the attempt for undermine the ADF, which is the mission of La Republic, and that is his mission in this struggle, to discredit Seseko Ayok Tabi and even Ayabacho. Even when I see the country will pretend, let's say, they support Seseko. No, he's not supporting Seseko. He's just trying to use him to discredit Ayabacho and to prepare him if La Republic du Cameroon needs succeed to undermine Seseko for him to be able to play that role. Anybody who genuinely support what Seseko stands for will be supporting him on principle and will be aligning themselves behind his projection through Mr. Yerima, which Eric Tato is not doing the same. So any man where they listen for you for entertainment, when I go listen for you, now when I sabi be me, when I no go come back, begin worry me. Would I'm tired for cure this illness where they call him Ambazamzam. So maybe we'll leave that one. I think I don't address that one. It be enough. I talk for una like a command officer for the ADF, not be just an activist. I tell una authoritatively, Eric Tato do not have any force on ground zero. If he talk say he gave forces them, I challenge una me when I go tell him make he talk for general Animal Skin me make video talk say no be ADF or me talk say he work for ye. So we will leave that one. Make we go ahead and we want talk way to way be very important. After that, I want to remind my audience and say I go back for the general for Manfi for show na video the way you know by be broadcast. I will also play some audio them from our commander for inside Momo, General Sumanguru, where they respond for the distractor the way they try to instigate infighting for the state of Momo. I will play those videos that make una understand them. So first, make we go now for the primary objective of our presentation today, when the contact between Seseko Ayok Tabi, the acting interim president of the IG group, we either send a letter for outside for inform the Ambazonian people them say they then get a meeting with La République du Cameroon, their representative them for Yaoundé, and Seseko come out to release an official press briefing where it talks on the 2nd of July, ye and 9 members them, they will be invited to meet a team of La République Cameroon government and to initiate a ceasefire where it will come about as a call from the United Nations. So the talks then they see ongoing, distractor them and agent them where they work for the regime change and for federalism. They don't come out, they try for talk, say na a pre-talk, no be a pre-talk. I go and just make a purse for inform all my viewers the way they view me now. Say I go delete or block any person once and for all way na an agent was suspecting an agent of La République. So if you do want make comment for my show, make sure say you be respectful of me as an activist and for my job what I do and for my country. If you make statements such as lie, such statements which is meant to distract my viewers, I'm going to block you once and for all. Be very respectful. If you have to make a comment, you have to ask a question, write it very short, and then I will be able to read it or to be able to address it. If you come for here and can coach, like the tactics where La République du Cameroon they do for coach people them, for make a place be so near me or normal people that not participate, I will block you immediately. So now from now henceforth, any man will use insultive languages, I will just block you. So ladies and gentlemen, maybe we'll go now for the presentation. As I be tell now, I will talk about some things that will be very, very harsh and very, very maybe controversial, but it be very, very important. So I will talk on straight. The reason why the ADF they be appoint me as a deputy defense chief, it not be just being a recognition for the hard job what they do as a top aide to the ADF. It not be just be a recognition of my leadership ability them and my war strategy and the command and the influence what I be getting for their forces and the demand for the leadership of General Ifang and the forces them for Ground Zero me and give me that rule, and my mentor Sheikh Kavi, it also be na a recognition for my belief system and my value. Benedict Kwa, who is my boss, Mr. Ufa Eugene, anybody that you want me to block, just put his name and then I will block. I will just, some people can help me because I don't have time to really read everything. So anybody you just want me to block, just type the name Mr. Ufa Eugene. I will just block the person immediately so that I will not waste my time I will not be distracted. They will not distract me and stuff like that. So I'll leave it to you, and I'll assign also Mr. Tabalang B and Mami B. Please, anybody you want me to block, you can monitor the comment section. Just type his name and then I'll block. So as I was saying, one of the reasons where they appoint me now because Benedict Kwabi explained for a speech for the Ambazonian people and I say, I be a truth teller. The truth is important to me. And I believe that the truth should advise and direct our policy and the things the way we do them. So I go talk these things because now things the way I know say we don't discuss them for cabinet. Now things the way they advise them for the egg of seed, they don't talk them for behind. And I believe say na the thing the way Ambazonian they supposed to know them. They no fit talk, maybe they never talk them officially, but I believe say the Ambazonian they need for know them because it be in line with my oath for office. For put the people and the country first. That is what we swore an oath in the ADF to do. And I will do that now to Seseko, and I will do it to the leadership. So if some person for AGC, they vex, they want bring disciplinary procedure against me, I no mind, I will take it, and I will be happy, sir, I don't do my job for the Ambazonian people who need for hold our struggle first without fear or favor, and be rational at all time, because when I know life now one, after we finish this thing, we'll go face God. God go judge we according to our action. So let me go further. That said already. Seseko dan send message that meet up La République du Cameroon. They don't go discuss about ceasefire. He don't brief Ayabacho, he don't brief Njomba Akoro and all the leadership them, and he don't put out a public statement. And we don't come out, will be salute and say, it be very good. When I know say Nelson Mandela, time we be there for prison, he be play a unique role for be a mediator, like some type of an underground mediator for facilitate me negotiation go through. So we see Seseko engagement with La République du Cameroon be very, very good, because somehow it go bring the two sides would negotiate, because at the end of the day, this thing go end for a negotiation table. Now for we for fight for make sure say by the time we want to go for that table, our population, their interest and their aspiration go be fairly, and it will be presented in a way where if we give them the result where they want them, and where it go be a lasting result. So in that light, we'll be support them. And Seseko Ayoktabi, organization, the IG, be in partnership, in collaborative partnership with the ADF, with the AGOFC, and to an extent the ADF, and to the consortium and other movement them. I want to inform Ambazonia, say the IG, which is led by Seseko, it then get a joint committee with the AGOFC. They then come together, they then put a list of people then way then go negotiate on behalf of Ambazonia. When a very good thing. A list be accepted by both Yerima and Dr. Chuayaba and Seseko. They are discussing, they are collaborating 100%. So in the light of whatever Seseko is doing, we trust him, we trust his judgment, and we believe that that system is working. But the information where Tasang Wilfred, he don't release them, no be information where we feel ignore them, where any person for a normal sense feel ignore them. If truly would work now for our people, then we need for no ignore them. We know say Tasang Wilfred, we don't talk and plenty time. First of all, people they talk, why are they always call it say Pa Tasang Wilfred? We call it say Pa Tasang Wilfred because say na he be the papa for our independence struggle. Na he be the leader, the single leader who take that decision to change the whole Kofun revolution from a pursuit of federalism to independence. It was Pa Tasang Wilfred. Without him taking that decision, we will not be where we are. So he is a father. But just because you are a father does not mean that anything you say is right. So we will not go to follow you like fool. The same thing with Seseko. Now Seseko declare our independence. We acknowledge that and we honor you for that. But you know me say because you declare our independence, we will go to follow you like a fool. Even Dr. Chuayaba, now he launched self-defense for Ground Zero. But you know me say anything we do and we go to follow them like fool. We don't learn from La République. You know if you defeat evil with evil, you defeat evil with good. We no go start this war on principle for all for one for all. The people's revolution, me can't end a revolution for tyrants and people the way they want to dictate without any regard to the will of the Ambazonian people or the leadership structure the way they be. So we need to stand on this principle for collectivity and for reasoning. The information where Tasang Wilfred it release them, we know say it be instigated by hatred for Ayoktabi or conflict where they get them between them two. As I always talk for Ambazonia, diversity is always the benefit for the people, that the people that they benefit when our leader then get differences. Because by that differences, they go to review things then for you about each other where you could be able for we to hold them for accountability. When are the good reason that way democracy they work. Because when you get diversity, now the population that they win. So the facts will be in different groups and for our struggle is fine. It protect public interest. So long as we tap them properly. But the people that need for do them with respect to each other. They need for the do them with respect to each other. So Tasang Wilfred, even though he didn't send that letter out of anger, but he didn't review things and when that truth will be credible. And one of the things the way Tasang Wilfred, he didn't explain and I say, this was not the first meeting between Seseko Ayoktabi and La République du Cameroon. And what damaging this mean? Now say, Seseko Ayoktabi did not tell Ayabacho Lucas. And there is no reason for him not for do am. Because the AGC get a joint committee already that they work in collaboration with the IG. Even when they declare things like ghost town, when they want to make decision, they brief each other. Ayabacho they brief them about our diplomacy. So there is no reason if Seseko they work in the rightful way for you for no inform Ayabacho from the information we'll get them. This is a 100% information that the AGOFC have. Seseko did not even inform the leadership of Mr. Yerima, who is outside in the free war about this first meeting. Neither did he inform Mr. Yerima about the meeting that he had with La République. Yerima just heard from everywhere and in certain area, we even see Yerima pretending to cover up the fact that he did not know. This is not acceptable on behalf of our leader, Seseko Ayoktabi. In no way am I insinuating or trying to say that Seseko is acting in bad faith, because it is also the conclusion of the intelligent wing of the Egg of Sea that Seseko actually believed that he is trying to do something for the good of Ambazonia. Yes, Seseko is actually honest person. He did take bullet for Ambazonia and he believe say he did do the good for Ambazonia. But nobody is fallible. When somebody did make mistake or the person did go the wrong way, will get the right and the duty for hold that person and call it to order and tell you this is where you are wrong and you have to think about this and this in a reasonable way. We have to be open to criticize our leaders and the people we love. Without us doing this, we will be doing a disservice to the millions of Ambazonian people who have given their life and paid the ultimate price for our freedom. For the sake of those who I know who have sacrificed their life, I must stand up and speak the truth to Seseko and to the people of Ambazonia about what is going on. Seseko is making a big mistake. The fact that he could not tell Yerima, he could not consult, is to tell you that deep in his heart, he is not fully confident that what he is doing is right. The fact say they for prison naturally means say the enemy get some leverage over ye. The ability for come out also, the desire for come out for prison, it be a natural one. Seseko Ayoktabi is like our Mandela, but he is not definitely a Mandela. So we know for sure. Say during the time where you apply for release, for appeal, now a time where the enemy did manipulate you the most. We don't see him for Mancho BBC. Say now during the time where he apply for a appeal, where La République du Cameroon be able for manipulate, for fight against the school boycott. Not even for fight for education for our children, but to fight against the school boycott, which was against the interests and the pillars of our revolution. Because the school boycott is paramount. We cannot accept to resume school under La République. We can fight for school child education. It is different from school resumption. So Mancho BBC was misused by La République du Cameroon like a toilet tissue. It became out to talk about Ndamba. Today, where is Mancho BBC? I want Seseko to learn from this. I'm speaking directly to Seseko and all those of us who love Seseko to listen to me very, very carefully. Seseko should learn to what La République du Cameroon did to Mancho BBC. Mancho BBC was genuinely concerned about education. It be genuinely concerned about the prospect of our people then. But La République du Cameroon then take advantage for prison and they take advantage for a love for our people then for misuse for fight against our revolution. That his campaign was against Ambazonian independence. Because when you talk school start back under La République, you indirectly support the agenda of La République du Cameroon. Seseko need to understand, say his style of leadership is not correct. It is faulty. And it has led to tremendous damage to our revolution and to himself as a leader. Seseko have to consider the fact that he self-made himself the president of Ambazonia, even when he know that it was not right. So he named himself the president and he still call himself the president today. Even the fact say the IG, I challenge everybody in the IG. The IG never voted for Seseko as the president. He was designated the IP, the interim president. I was there. I participated in the. I was the one who actually called for a vote by acclamation. And then Dr. Kwanga Cornelius brought it to the floor and they passed it and they adopted it and he was voted the interim president, not the president. We don't have a president in Ambazonia. So for Seseko to be calling himself the president should tell himself and to tell the Ambazonian people that there is something wrong with that. If we accept, say me a leader, they make itself a title, they make itself the president of a state without due process, then we then compromise some principle then, where it blindside we for certain weaknesses then where that leader figure them. And the leader himself, it blindside itself with the powers and where they attribute them to itself. Seseko no need for be the head of state where the people they don't make and forgive it because he get enough love and sympathy for the people then because he is a patriot. He does not need to do that. Siseko should stop calling himself the president of Ambazonia. Ambazonia do not have a president. But the IG, anybody can challenge me. Ask anybody who can challenge me and I will stop participating in this struggle like an activist. The IG have never made Siseko the president of Ambazonia. He was made the IP. We don't have a government. We don't have a head of state because our state is still under occupation and under recolonization. That should stop. One of the things that Siseko need to understand, now say even Milton Takang, in a neutral form, I need to talk about for private thing. In the so-called the Mark Barata SCAF, in the meeting of the SCAF, Milton Takang attended that meeting. He brought up the issue that the IG is the people's IG. Eugene Ufoka, my former associate, who is my friend now and a good patriot, make the objection that the IG cannot call itself the people's IG because for you to say that you are the people's, you must have a mandate by suffrage. The people must have voted to you directly or indirectly. And the constituency of the IG was not a general constituency that is reflective of the whole Ambazonia. And Milton Taka accepted that, yes, that was a mistake. In front of everybody in the SCAF, Milton Taka recognized and accepted that the whole IG was a mistake. The whole government issue was a mistake that is being exploited by the enemy and infiltrators. So if the institution as the IG that accept them, say they will make a mistake, then there is still one continue for project that mistake. That means they not really like we. They need for consider and that means they put their political ambition and ideology ahead of the country and the people. Because if they accept, say something it be wrong, then they even come out for talk, say they go make a transition. Now whether they be called the Restoration Council, a transitional Restoration Council, then they fail. They say my block Mabeka Oweti. Their name funny. Let me scroll now. Give me a moment. Let me block the person that have been requested. I never see name when you go type one word, then I go block him. Yeah, so now what did I talk say when the IG down already promised say the need for transit and they fail for transit, then they are failing in leadership. And Siseko Ayok Tabi decides to someone is in my block yeah, I never see that name. When the name will come up again, then I will block them. The IG itself, they don't accept the need for transit and they don't fail for transit. Siseko Ayok Tabi, Siseko Ayok Tabi then appoint an acting interim president, the vice president, Mr. Yerima Dapni. He must transfer power to him and allow him to lead. Siseko cannot lead the IG from prison. It is wrong. It is not acceptable. Mr. Yerima cannot be in the dark of many things. There are other things that we know that has happened with a conference that was being organized. I will not give details because this is a positive critique to Siseko Ayok Tabi, and I'm calling him to order. Siseko have been engaged in organizing a conference in America and contacted people who are activists to be involved in that organization without Yerima, his vice president, knowing anything about it. I can testify to this. I have the recordings because I talked to Mr. Yerima at that time. I was the ambassador representing the IG in Asia and the Middle East, and he confirmed that he was not even aware of such engagement and activity of Mr. Siseko Ayok Tabi. That should stop. If Siseko do not want to have an acting leader outside, he should dismiss Mr. Yerima and leave that position vacant. But we cannot accept him to have somebody just for namesake and that person is not doing anything. So yes, there is Dr. Cho Ayaba is the executive president of the AGOFC. He's not the president of Ambazonia. I can never accept that. He has never said that. He's not the president of Ambazonia. Ambazonia do not have any president. As a matter of fact, Godidinka, who have declared that he is also the president of the Republic of Ambazonia, can also say he's a president, but we know that the outlook of the territory have not been defined. So who can say that it is a republic or a federation or whatever? So now this is a show for critical thinker and a show for people that they think, not people that they come for entertainment. So make the comment section and reflect that. If you be an Ambazamzam, please do not comment. Just listen and you go away. So we know for sure, say Seseko, they act in good faith. Seseko, he believe, say, wait till they do am, na for good way they do am. But he need for no say, good faith no be fit protect against the Naira incident. Good faith was not enough. Seseko need to understand, say, even when as a leader, he be done can talk for the Ambazonian people, say 6 countries then the way they go accept for host the IG if we make a government. Say if we make government, they go recognize we. He don't come talk for Ambazonian people, then for inside classified settings, say nothing they now be go on. But those people they be vamoose immediately when they be catchy. So it not just be enough for get plan or for things say you want to do good, for do all this calculation where you not bring practical. Seseko don't agree. Say the only way we will get mediation, now say we go be in charge. You cannot accept for go for a mediation where the part of one way they go represent Ambazonia involve traitors. How can Seseko go to a process where Free Stakang is a party? Free Stakang who have denounced Ambazonian revolution for independence as a mistake. If he cannot choose, not that he cannot choose, he have the power because we know that Tasang Wilfred and Fongalafo refused to attend that meeting. So Seseko could refuse that I will not attend this meeting with these people. These people do not represent us. Because for we forget a fair chance, the people the way they need for represent our team, need for people where they represent the aspiration for independence only. Those are principles where Seseko don't articulate them before. If you know if he practice that same those things, then there is a problem with what he is doing, and it may not attend, it may not give the result that he is expecting. So unless Seseko, the one get help from La Republique, unless Seseko want to say na La Republique go to work with ye for accomplish anything we no go ever be na for our favor, then he not supposed to do and so, because the strength for Seseko na the strength for ADF. If not be the ADF, this struggle for that end, that's why they cast Seseko. Because La Republique don't succeed for use Eric Tato and Sako and Chris Anu for destroy all the forces them for ground zero, for divide them and for them for be conquered. They don't put them for county by county, they don't project them, they undermine Seseko, they try for taking away from power, they try to discredit all other leader them. Now because of the egg of C and the activism, now because of the ADF way the fighting for ground zero be sustained. They be done transform all the ideology from the fighter, they start asking money instead for focus for fighting. Now they be left and so they can now they be compromised General Iver so they can kill it. So now ADF be the hope for Ambazonia. We are the vanguard. Without us, this war could have ended. These are facts. The only reason why Seseko gave voice for talk now because ADF the fight. And without that power from the ADF, Seseko will be nothing. Nothing will happen. This struggle would have finished. So, not be only say we deserve for influence, for stand as a vanguard, but anything where it need to involve ADF cannot really work. It is not really working in good faith. Remember that even if Seseko can succeed to give us independence, we will be happy with him. Because our initial reaction now for congratulating, for talking a good thing, but when we don't get this new information, say this so, the thing not be na exactly way to way Seseko be the talk and no way no fide if you come with the assumption say it go work, then we need for talk for Seseko say and publicly because a public issue now say Seseko need for stop and disengage for that process. Like Nelson Mandela, the rule way be play am, be being for champion or for lead negotiation, but it be the empower the leader the way they for outside. They be the read Nelson Mandela later than we be the send for rally them for South Africa. It will become a rallying point. It be the project na the leader them. Seseko need for do like Ayabacho. Ayabacho dan talk say he will not negotiate alone. It is all for one, one for all. Unless the negotiation process go properly identify the leadership according to their influence, then it cannot secure the pure aspiration of the people. It will be a compromise process, and a compromise process will give a compromise result. For we for protect the interest of the people, we need our hero, Seseko Ayuk Tabi. Somebody who don't give more than any of us. Somebody where they take prison but still stand for the people. For do the right thing and transfer power to Yerima, Seseko cannot and should not negotiate or engage in any process for negotiation from prison in captivity. I reject that, and I call Seseko to order to stop that. So I will leave him. I think my battery can go down. I have to do charge my computer. Now hold on 1 minute. I need to take the computer for another place. Otherwise it will go off. Okay. That light overshine. I'll be like. Okay. So Makowa the caller and say Seseko should stop the process immediately. That process, La République du Cameroon is taking advantage of Seseko because he is in jail and they are trying to undermine the revolution. Any process where Seseko need for engage him, he need for point the international community and La République for the people for outside. If they no one talk for the leaders outside, then they are not ready to talk. We should continue to fight on ground zero. We shall win this war. We are winning. That is why today we are in the position where they are talking to us. That is why they are coming to meet him there, and he should not blink. Our soldiers are willing to fight on the ground. We should not let them down. They have sacrificed enough. Our people have sacrificed. Our civilians are sacrificing. We must finish this war in a way that we will never come back to this position. We don't see say for America, Herman Cohen, he don't come outside for talk. Say he too don't propose his own solution for the war. Ma put his own place up. He don't propose a peace. Herman Cohen, he don't talk. He talk his own and say Ambazonian and La République. If we go back for that the constitution for 2017, now this one I see him say he talk say I get the feeling say national unity inside diversity. We go give, he go respect self-determination for all Cameroon people. Them you see, he call Cameroon people. Now two people that never Cameroon, La République and Cameroon. It be essential for the country for maintain a legitimate problem. So Herman Cohen get the right now, a man where he advocate and he care about Ambazonia them. And the solution, if in a perfect war, if Ofibi even look upon seriously, but this is what we will know him. La République du Cameroon no get no credibility. They no intend for ever respect Ambazonian. Our history, they no intend for respect our state right and our right of self-determination. So there is no way we will get into this type of arrangement or accept this type of solution or propose away Mr. Herman Cohen the talk because La République du Cameroon, they be vote against our independence for inside the United Nations. They lie them where we can talk for our leader them. Say they go accept we as two equal state them. They no be accept them now. Why that way they no be even feel so will be good enough for them for she don't get a treaty according to the requirement of the United Nations. People the way they no get mutual respect like Herman Cohen proposed. There is no evidence that Cameroon accept us as a state or as a country. So there is no evidence that Cameroon will do so in the future, and we cannot even talk about this type of things. If they really need to respect us as a state, they should do that on a negotiation table. This solution by Herman Cohen is rejected. It's not something that we can accept. It is not something that we can believe that it is even possible. With La République du Cameroon, we have studied the beast. We know the nature of the beast. They don't have any credibility. Even they wrote the way they talk to the Godua. A country where United Nations, they accuse them for chop money for coronavirus. Then now we where they go respect them. These people are animals. They don't deserve any confidence. We cannot put the sovereignty and our security in the hands of an alien government anymore. We have decided to exercise our right of self-determination, and our people overwhelmingly have stood for independence. Even Cardinal Tumis, who is a neutral unionist, his survey have proven that more than 90% of the people of Ambazonia want independence. So from Herman Cohen, I want to take Unamegu go for our soldier for ground zero. The commander where he become, with the mobile wing for inside Fako. General, nickname, no call a name, nickname na General No Mercy. I go play a video. Ambazonian Defense Forces them would then provide them again more granules, fresh granite. He address the people them, and make una here also it be very important. Make una sabi say the ADF una money them they actually go for those people them. The people they actually fight. Una see the one way them block those roads, and the people they actually take action for our independence and our forces them. Now the video this make una hear from me, and it will give una a lot of insight about the mindset of our people them and the forces of the ADF. Una hear.
Yes, today na 10th of July 2020. So I just want to make some more videos. Send over now. I'm Wale. I make some more videos. Send over you now. Send over my boss. Yes, today na June 5th.
So now the year it is salute Mama Wale, the ADF people them.
Small video for thank the ADF leadership and for thank the ADF structure.
When at the end, na the granite and that one at the bayam, when I support the ADF, na either they translate. So me wanna be sure so na money they translate for real. Do want no be bullet them, no be that no be that country want them. Na agri bullet and this will they deliver on the ground. Will they deliver on the ground. We get armory. We get a system where they work. It provide the resources. Those bullets they want at the year for ground zero. We are providing them not just to our forces, even to sister forces. When I hear our Commander No Mercy.
Well, say which will be cry for. They be seen to our cry, and they be sent with the money. Will be paid this granite yesterday. I want to thank the ADF leadership so much. I want to thank the ADF structure so much. All the ADF fans, all the ADF sponsors, all the ADF fighters. I respect them for up. I just want to send this information. May it reach the world. And may any different unit for ground or for update, may they learn and may they collaborate to work together as one. Some of us are well educated.
Una hear? Despite la Republic du Cameroon, their agenda say was so that they not be educated. Na Joe boy the way they deceive them from abroad, they go fight. No, these are educated boys. These are university graduates. Where they carry gun. We get people from all background. We get people that come up from military. We get one the way that principal them. We get people from all background where they don't pick up gun for fight under our banner for the sake of Ambazonian independence. So when I hear me the general talk. He says something good here.
Well educated. But we cannot have a job in our own country. We cannot have a job in our own country. We need to fight for those who cannot talk. We need to fight for those who cannot fight. We need to fight for those who cannot carry gun. That's why we carry gun to fight for those who cannot talk. That's why we carry gun to fight for those who cannot fight. We don't sacrifice our life for the independence of Southern Cameroon. And so shall it be. We are fighting for our freedom and the freedom of Southern Cameroon. And I pray and I believe God will see us through. When I not hear no talk from the truth that them, those spoiler them, where they think they will spoil this revolution. They don't feel because we, the true fighter on ground, don't stand firm for liberate homeland. Thank you very much. Some of us are well educated. Well educated. But we cannot have a job in our own country. We cannot have a job in our own country. We need to fight for those who cannot talk. We need to fight for those who cannot fight. We need to fight for those who cannot carry gun. That's why we carry gun to fight for those who cannot talk. That's why we carry gun to fight for those who cannot fight. We don't sacrifice our life for the independence of Southern Cameroon. And so shall it be. We are fighting for our freedom and the freedom of Southern Cameroon. And I pray and I believe God will see us through. When I not hear no talk from the truth that them, those spoiler them, where they think they will spoil this revolution. They don't feel because we, the true fighter on ground, don't stand firm for liberate homeland. Thank you very much. Yes, United.
So una dan here, now the general at the top. So despite the propaganda from La République du Cameroon, say our forces them be disconnected with the reality that they be manipulated from abroad. No, una the hear from the soldier them believe in the fight for freedom for all man, not be just for themselves, but for fight for all the people them. They talk on behalf of all those who they know fi carry gun. They fight for their community them, now the youths them, now the people them way they fight for a just cause as una dan here for una self. I go take una now for the great state of Momo. Make una hear from our general, when the overall commander for the Ambazonia Defense Forces, then for inside Momo, we go talk about the things that way to go on for inside Momo. I go put na General Sumanguru because I never get time for put your own video for my back. I go look any video. I will look a video for our forces them, put them for my back so that I will talk about the backdrop for ADF forces them. So what way they happen, I say, as we call for peace and unity for inside Momo, La République du Cameroon, they're agent them. They don't begin to make propaganda for destroy the process. They don't make propaganda video them for talk say, hey, Capo Daniel, ADF this, ADF down. Because I know one overtake time, I will just go for the audio way General Sumanguru he make them. So I go for the video audio, I will play a response. Because we know about get time. So now General Sumanguru he respond for that people then I this.
Understand which babla the fund for basketball which for
Oops. I'm sorry.
okay pa.
Was that the right video? The audio.
Ambalanders. My fellow Ambalanders, this one is General Sumanguru for Momo the talk. I come today. I cover the rumors, some of the audio that is a for social media. It is sabotage about some of the groups. Say AJF, the war with La République, AJF they do this. Make TTA me no come for peace. Me will not make peace with the TTA. I don't have a call for my brother for TTA. Someone forget about the propaganda, about the sabotage from the diaspora. I mean, I will not do on ground here. I will face the heat. Move forget about the diaspora. Since this diaspora they be, since the day they started sabotage about the AGF. So when I know I see tired seeing the days of General Ivy, when I know I see tired of fun day for the way. Hello, Ambala.
So General Sumanguru, when I sabotage ADF, so when I need tired,
I don't hear someone when I say La République can give gun for ADF. I the pity some of them. I see pity some of them. That's why when I say this struggle, they go na baba, you know they go in front. But I believe say any man with some of this struggle say the one we keep take this struggle go back here. You know go walk. ADF somewhere move for defend the territory of Ambazonia. ADF the fight. Now for Ambazonia, you know the fight. Now for himself. So any man should know any side where they for say the thing that say ADF, you know the fight for Ambazonia down I know. Any man over here they talk with the diaspora, this propaganda, the sabotage from the diaspora. Down you know the man will do on ground here. The man will face the heat. If you work for me, give me assistance. If you work for you, I give you assistance. What you need on ground? Now unity, collaboration. Now what you don't need on ground. We don't need for another you want under which party, what you need them. Now collaboration and unity. So any man, any unit, we want to hear now. We say diaspora they talk. That one is a cup of tea. ADF, you don't get problem with anybody. ADF, we need collaboration. Now the highest thing that collaboration. Now it matter. Someone forget about the propaganda. One of the social media. So when they say ADF, the people make them. You want to kill, you want to do this. Well, when I hear. That's why they tell me I want to take me be on different down on a cup of tea. I don't get our down, but wait to only on ground. Now collaboration. That move work. We walk now one direction. And we get what common enemy who fight on La République du Cameroon. So me some man be check the go left and right. And now our brothers them. Now so much as I tell now we say Momo, for the Momo for them particular.
Okay, I will leave that one for Momo, and then
Momo.
some person will do one block you. Now just give me a minute. Yeah, so now General Sumanguru that he don't talk for our people there for Momo. We'll see call on unity, and we'll talk for the Blinky and Grandpa, and we'll talk for all the people there for Momo. Meet them for once and for all. Then come for the table. Meet them resolve their issue them. On the ground, we'll give commander for the way be in charge. Naidi run those unity things them. We will be in the background to support them and for make sure something happen. General Sumanguru get the highest authority for day and the leadership the back action them meet and unite themselves, collaborate to fight against La République du Cameroon. So when I need to understand, say our leadership you need to fight na for get attention. You need to fight na say na only we go give independence. Anyhow with the independence they come we go take them. But we'll be na vanguard them for make sure say make it be attainable and make we not get inside any process where it will be a sham and it will end up for derail our people. It will cost we another year for waiting for we can realize at the end say it will be worth it. So we don't learn enough for history. We need to value the blood of Ambazonia and get it right. So Siseko should disengage with La République and direct them to discuss with the leadership who are outside. The UN and all those international institutions, they don't also be directly engaged with the leadership when they for outside. The right thing for do na say me the leadership them where they champion the struggle, mean that they represent the struggle. One person cannot carry the burden for the entire nation. Siseko, two heads are always better than one. Siseko alone cannot decide for Ambazonia. The same like Ayabacho alone cannot decide on Ambazonia. Ayabacho be done talking clearly, despite the fact that the egg of sea now the biggest advocate for diplomatic mission them for our independence, including their action the way that they do them with through OMPO and directly for engaging the international community, will be the biggest force on ground zero. But still yet, we still be humble for talk say we no fit go it all along. We need to do a broad-based consultation like we already did one with the IG for anything we concern such things like engaging with La République in a negotiated settlement. Our position is say the ceasefire discussion it need to be a part of a broader discussion for a final solution for the struggle, and it need to involve an international community, a third party, and it need to take place out of that La République. Siseko no fit be a part of a process where no fit control who they come for, who they come for. Even if even take away a person like Free Stack and who is an enemy of the struggle, then he is attending a compromised struggle that has to stop. So thank you very much. May God bless you now. Make our struggle be short. Make our independence, our democracy, it be for Ambazonia forevermore. God bless you now. Na Capo Daniel is the talk. Ciao.